Hi everyone, today I am going to explain you about Database Management System Introduction. Before explaining about Database Management System DBMS, I am going to explain you about data and information and what is the difference between these two. First, data. Data is nothing but a raw and unorganized fact that required to be processed to make it meaningful. So it is very simple. At the same time, it is unorganized unless it is organized by a human or machine to derive a meaning. The example for this data is raw facts, that is data comprises facts, observations, perception numbers, characters, symbols, and even images can be treated as a data. Data is always interpreted, as I said before, by machine or human being to derive a meaning. So it is meaningless. So data is contains numbers, statements, and characters in raw form. And this data is meaningless, and there is no word like datas. What is information? Information is a set of data which is processed in a meaningful way according to the given requirement. Information is processed and structures are presented in a given context to make it meaningful and useful. And this is the basic difference between the data and information. Data is meaningless and information is meaningful as it is a processed data. So simply you can explain information as it is nothing but a processed data and data as raw facts. So it is a processed data which includes data that possesses context, relevance and purpose. So that information should comprises of all these things: context, relevances and purposes, and it should always involves the manipulation of raw data also. Next, database. What is a database? Database is a collection of interrelated data. So for what purpose we have to interrelate all the data? It will help for efficient retrieval, insertion and deletion of data from a database and organize the data in the form of tables, views, schemas, reports, etc. So this is a simple definition about a database. So the data can be presented in the form of tables, views, schemas, reports, etc. as per the user's requirements. And why we should have this database means for easy retrieval, that is efficient, and also the easy retrieval, insertion, deletion of data, etc. Example for this database is, so we can have a university database which will have all the data about the students, faculty and administration staffs which will help in efficient retrieval, insertion and deletion of data whichever we want as per the requirements of the university reports. And to have this efficient retrieval of information or insertion or deletion, whatever it is, which we can follow two languages, DDL or DML. DDL Data Definition Language. It deals with the database schema descriptions of how the data should reside in the database. So create, alter, drop, truncate, comment, rename. These are the functions which involves in DDL. Create, it creates a database and objects like table, index, views, etc. Alter, it alters the structure of the existing database. And drop, delete the objects from the database. Truncate, it removes all the records from the table, and there is a difference between a drop and truncate. Truncate will also deals with the memory spaces. So I can say in the statement, remove all the records from the table, including all spaces allotted for the records are removed. Next one is comment. Add comments to the data dictionary, and rename, which will rename an object name. Next one, DML Data Manipulation Language. So it deals with data manipulation and includes most common SQL statements such as select, insert, update, delete. So SQL statements, structured query language, which is a language which is used for most commonly used for this data manipulation language operations, and it is used to store, modify, retrieve, delete, and update the database data in a database. So select insert, update, delete, merge, call, explain, plan, log table. These are the operations which are involved in DML. Select is the one which selects, or that is which it will retrieve all the data from a table or database, and insert, it will insert the data into the table. Update updates the existing table, and delete, it will delete all the records. Merge, upsert operation, that is insert or update. Call, which will call PL bar SQL or a Java subprogram for having some process on the based on the requirements again. Explain, plan, interpretation of data access path, and log table. This is for security concurrency control. Finally, database management system. It is a software which is used to manage database, and that is called database management system. So very simple definition. For example, MySQL, Oracle, etc. are popular commercial DBMS used for different application, and the different tasks which is handled by database management systems are data definition, data updation, data retrieval, and user administration. Data definition, it helps in creation, modification, and removal of definitions that define organization of data in database. And again, data updation, it helps in insertion, modification, and deletion of the actual data in the database. Data retrieval, it helps in retrieval of data which are existing already depending upon the purposes. And user administration, it helps in registering and monitoring the users, enforcing data security, and monitoring performance, etc. So thank you.